costado, pero le hemos vencido. Simplemente pues vamos a anotar ahí las tácticas, los aprendizajes para poder continuar y sobre todo pues matando a estos malditos engendros. Aquí parece que como si hubieran enemigos, pero no. Espero que no vuelva a salir uno de esos porque pues la verdad sí está muy cojonudos. Ahora muy importante. Y no me deja guardar acá la partida. ¿Cómo? O sea, le hemos vencido. No sé si es porque aparece acá como enemigos. No, le voy a girar un poco a ver si sale. Porque si no está loco. Espero que no vayan a llegar un montón. Ya no son enemigos. Creo que este era el final. Pues por fin lo hemos logrado. Está más que listo para ir por ese dragón.
Move! Now!
Pues tal parece que ya llegó su tío. Que no sé.
Enough! Pretender, you toy with forces beyond your ken. No more. No more! Why are you doing this? What purpose could this serve? Because you are my enemy. Because you stand in the way of destined power. Because I can. Know me. Know what you have pretended to be. Exalt the Elder One. The will that is Corypheus. You will kneel. If you've answers, give them. Make me understand. Your understanding is not required. If you gain it, consider yourself blessed. I am here for the anchor. The process of removing it begins now. It is your fault, Herald. You interrupted a ritual years in the planning, and instead of dying, you stole its purpose. I do not know how you survived, but what marks you as touched, what you flail at rifts, I crafted to assault the very heavens. And you used the anchor to undo my work. The gore. What is this thing meant to do? It is meant to bring certainty where there is none. For you, the certainty that I would always come for it. I once breached the Fade in the name of another to serve the old gods of the Empire in person. I found only chaos and corruption, dead whispers. For 1,000 years I was confused, no more. I have gathered the will to return under no name but my own, to champion Withered to Winter and correct this blighted world. Beg that I succeed, for I have seen the throne of the gods, and it was empty. The anchor is permanent. You have spoilt it with your stumbling. So be it. I will begin again. Find another way to give this world the nation and God it requires. And you, I will not suffer even an unknowing rival. You must die.
Your arrogance blinds you. Good to know. If I'm dying, it's not today.
Dice In Your Heart Shall Burn. Es un trofeo que he ganado y bueno, pues como verán, pues ya ha tenido más desenlace esta historia. Ahora sabemos quién es el enemigo, el áncora, y sobre todo pues que este poder es permanente, por lo que prácticamente se ha quedado con nosotros y no lo va a poder utilizar el enemigo. Sin embargo, pues quiere nuestra muerte o por obvias razones. Entonces vamos a ver ahora pues qué va a pasar con el refugio, cuál va a ser nuestra base, en fin, todavía hay muchas preguntas que desencadena todo esto. Pues ahora quién sabe dónde estoy. Lo que sí puedo decir es que literalmente estoy solo. Ya no están nuestros compañeros. Que quién sabe qué les pasó. Bueno, hasta eso sí hay mapa. Estamos en las montañas heladas.
There.
No podemos pasarla. Dice, acabas de conseguir marca de la DERCA, una técnica basada en la concentración. Esa técnica causa un daño enorme y hasta puede matar a algunos enemigos al instante. Dice que basada en la concentración. Bueno, aquí es algo bien curioso porque yo anteriormente había subido la concentración de 100 a 200, solamente que no tenía ni la más fucking remota idea de qué mierda era eso. Entonces, pues dice que... Vamos a ver qué nos dice. Marca de la Greta es una técnica basada en la concentración. La concentración es un recurso que obtienes cada vez que alguien de tu grupo inflige daño. Cada miembro del grupo tiene su propio medidor, pero todos los miembros ganan concentración cada vez que un compañero inflige daño. O sea que todos los compañeros van a tener pues esta como habilidad, aunque no creo que sea la misma. Utilizar grieta. Pues vamos a usarlo pues para ver qué se trata esto. Exhalación de cansancio. O sea, los envía al inframundo. Está curioso este poder, porque esto obviamente me pone pues en otro margen en cuanto a la jerarquía de poder. Y sobre todo porque yo he estado haciendo varias misiones secundarias y hay algunas que pues sí son un poco más complejas. Entonces con este nuevo poder pues creo que sí mola bastante. Sobre todo porque esos maguitos son los que usualmente aparecen. Y ahora que vi que este poder sí sirve, pues es muy emocionante saber lo que podemos hacer ahora. Hay que hacer el baile del salto, porque si vamos caminando, la verdad es que va muy lento. No puedo saltar. Vale, esto va muy lento. Vamos, arre. ¿Me puedo llamar caballito? No, no puedo. Tu corazón arderán. Si se encuentra la manera de avanzar. Este tío se está congelando. Pues tal parece que ya estoy saliendo. Aunque todavía sigue caminando lento porque pues obviamente la nieve lo impide. Vamos a hacer una fogatita. Ascuas. Eso es fuego. Ah, yo pensé que le iba a encender. Prefiere congelarse este tío. Ah, vale, caminas muy lento. No manches, vamos a la mitad. Bueno, un poquito más de la mitad. ¿En serio voy a caminar así? Todo el maldito viaje. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Ah, hoy nos encontramos a Santa Claus. O ya de perdido un duende. Ahora algo muy importante. Gracias al hacedor. Al hacedor. Uy, llegamos acá, quién sabe dónde, un refugio temporal, no lo sé.
What would you have me tell them? This isn't what we asked them to do.
We cannot simply ignore this. We must find a way.
And who put you in charge? We need a consensus or we have nothing.
Please, we must use reason. Without the infrastructure of the Inquisition, we're hobbled.
I can't come from nowhere.
She didn't say it could.
Enough! This is getting us nowhere.
Well, we're agreed on that much.
Shh. You need rest.
They've been at it for hours.
They have that luxury thanks to you. The enemy could not follow, and with time to doubt, we turn to blame. Infighting may threaten as much as this Corypheus.
Do we know where Corypheus and his forces are?
We are not sure where we are, which may be why, despite the numbers he still commands, there is no sign of him. That, or you are believed dead. Or without Haven, we are thought helpless. Or he girds for another attack. I cannot claim to know the mind of that creature, only his effect on us.
If that thing is still out there, we need to move.
They are uncertain where. And there are other questions about you. Our leaders struggle because of what we survivors witnessed. We saw our defender stand and fall. And now we have seen him return. The more the enemy is beyond us, the more miraculous your actions appear, and the more our trials seem ordained. That is hard to accept, no? What we have been called to endure, what we perhaps must come to believe.
All of this happened because of fanatics and arguments about the next world. It's time we start believing in this one.
Shadows fall and hope has fled. Still your heart, the dawn will come. The night is long and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come.
The shepherd's lost, and his home is far. Keep to the stars, the dawn will come. The night is long,
And the path is dark. Look to the sky for one day soon. The dawn will come. Bear your blade and raise it high. Stand your ground, the dawn will come. The night is long and the path is dark. Look to the sky for one day
It's all one world, Herald. All that changes is our place in it.
A word. A wise woman, worth heeding. Her kind understand the moments that unify a cause. Or fracture it. The orb Corypheus carried, the power he used against you, it is elven. Corypheus used the orb to open the breach. Unlocking it must have caused the explosion that destroyed the Conclave. I do not yet know how Corypheus survived. Nor am I certain how people will react when they learn of the orb's origin.
All right. What is it and how do you know about it?
They were foci, used to channel ancient magics. I have seen such things in the Fade, old memories of older magic. Corypheus may think it to Vinter. His empire's magic was built on the bones of my people. Knowing or not, he risks our alliance. I cannot allow it.
If you've something that will help us, now's the time.
Yes, judging by the faithful, now is the time. By attacking the Inquisition, Corypheus has changed it. Changed you. scout to the north. Be their guide. There is a place that waits for a force to hold it. There is a place where the Inquisition can build, grow.
Vale, pues es un castillo en las montañas. Y pues al parecer Sola sabía dónde se encontraba. Qué oportuno puede ser pues esta situación, pues.
They arrive daily from every settlement in the region. Skyhold is becoming a pilgrimage. If word has reached these people, it will have reached the Elder One. We have the walls and numbers to put up a fight here, but this threat is far beyond the war we anticipated. But we now know what allowed you to stand against Corypheus. What drew him to you?
He came for this, and now it's useless to him. So he wants me dead. That's it.
The anchor has power, but it's not why you're still standing here. Your decisions let us heal the sky. Your determination brought us out of Haven. You are the creature's rival because of what you did. And we know it. All of us. The Inquisition requires a leader. The one who has already been leading it. You.
Perhaps I didn't hear you correctly. A mage at the head of the Inquisition.
Not a mage. You.
I happen to be a mage.
I will not pretend no one will object, but times are changing. Perhaps this is what the Maker intended. There would be no Inquisition without you. How it will serve, how you lead, that must be yours to decide.
I will lead us against Corypheus, and I will be an ambassador. I'm a Canary standing for Thetis. The Inquisition is for all.
Wherever you lead us.
Have our people been told?
They have. And soon, the world.
Commander, will they follow?
Inquisition, will you follow? Will you fight? Will we triumph? Your leader, your herald, your Inquisitor! So this is where it begins.
It began in the courtyard. This is where we turned that promise into action.
But what do? We know nothing about this Corypheus except that he wanted your mark.
Corypheus wants to restore Tevinter. Is this a prelude to war with the Imperium?
I get the feeling we're dealing with extremists, not the vanguard of a true invasion.
Tevinter is not the Imperium of 1,000 years ago. What Corypheus yearns to restore no longer exists. Though they would shed no tears if the South fell to chaos, I'm certain.
Corypheus said he wanted to enter the Black City, but this would make him a god.
He is willing to tear this world apart to reach the next. It won't matter if he's wrong.
What if he's not wrong? If he finds some other way into the Fade?
Then he gains the power he seeks, or unleashes catastrophe on us all.
Could his dragon really be an archdemon? What would that mean?
It would mean the beginning of another blight.
We've seen no darkspawn other than Corypheus himself. Perhaps it's not an archdemon at all, but something different?
Whatever it is, it's dangerous. Commanding such a creature gives Corypheus an advantage we can't ignore.
Someone out there must know something about Corypheus.
Unless they saw him on the field, most will not believe he even exists.
We do have one advantage. We know what Corypheus intends to do next. In that strange future you experienced, Empress Celine had been assassinated.
Imagine the chaos her death would cause. With his army.
An army he'll bolster with a massive force of demons, or so the future tells us.
Corypheus could conquer the entire south of Thedas, god or no god.
I'd feel better if we knew more about what we were dealing with.
I know someone who can help with that. Everyone acting all inspirational jogged my memory, so I sent a message to an old friend. He's crossed paths with Corypheus before and may know more about what he's doing. He can help.
I'm always looking for new allies. Introduce me.
Parading around might cause a fuss. It's better for you to meet privately, on the battlements. Trust me, it's complicated.
Well, then, we stand ready to move on both of these concerns.
On your order, Inquisitor.
I know one thing. If Varric has brought who I think he has, Cassandra is going to kill him.
This is the Inquisition. A dusty old ruin filled with barbarian soldiers.
If you shut your mouth and open your eyes, you'd see that the Inquisition is our one hope.
Bueno, pues como verán, ahora estamos en este lugar que pues es el nuevo refugio de la Inquisición. Aquí hay un par de misiones. Pues hay que reconstruir todo en pocas palabras. Y probablemente pues también tengamos acceso a nuevas cosas. Más que nada pues hay que checar bien todo esto. Dice feudo celestial. Bueno, ahora el feudo el feudo celestial prácticamente pues queda donde anteriormente está el refugio. Aquí dice viendo rojo, costa de la tormenta, hay depósitos, aquí grietas. Bueno, son las misiones secundarias que todavía me faltan. Gruta. Pues primero que nada hay que ver dónde queda cada cosa. Almacén, creo que aquí puedo guardar mis cosas. Compra, vender. Teñir armadura. Tinte. Pues están habilitando nuevas cosas. Equipar pociones. Todavía esto no lo tengo liberado. Mejorar pociones. Personalización del juego, estandarte, Inquisición, marcos libres, arderán. Cama. Cortinaje. Blasones. Decoración, trono, Inquisición, trono de fauces de dragón. Ventanas, arderán, Inquisición. Fabricar arma. Solo vamos a dejar igual. Fabricar armadura. Envíos especiales, ¿qué es eso? Bastón de dragón, arco de dragón, espadón, mazo, escudo, armadura ligera de dragón. Bueno, he adquirido algunos diagramas. Armadura ligera de dragón, 116, 136. Bueno, esto lo voy a checar ya con más calma. Para que no haga tan largo el video.
I've walked away from too many burning buildings for one lifetime. This place, though, you'll be alright. It's Inquisitor now, isn't it? That'll take some getting used to.
Everyone needs time for this transition.
Time won't help. Purpose does. And I got a load of it. Everyone just got a big, hard reason to hate Corypheus. And we already did, but we didn't have a name. You did what you could, I suppose.
How is this place shaping up as a forge?
Better than Haven ever could be. Not the way I wanted an upgrade, but ever forward.
Have you anything?
Bueno, vamos a adelantar un poco los diálogos, en como que pues no es alguien de la trama principal. Bueno, pues esta viene siendo como parte de la herrería y también pues donde podemos personalizar el castillo, que como verán pues hay que comprar mejoras. Viaje rápido, la gruta, el trono, las fauces de dragón. Esta puerta no se abre. Ah, este tiene doble puerta. Ok. Muchas puertas. Buenas noches.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the highest stakes, and to the death.
The Court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
Exactly what do you mean? How is it more dangerous than usual?
The Empress is in the middle of a civil war. Her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, seeks to take her throne by force. Leliana reports that a group of elves has been sabotaging both armies, drawing out the hostilities. Orlais holds Tevinter at bay. All of Thedas could be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus. Celine is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orlais will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
We need to attend this ball.
I'll arrange for an invitation at your discretion, Inquisitor.
Bueno, pues como verán, ahí tenemos una misión.
Inquisitor, the staff must make it presentable if we are to receive any visitors of distinction.
It certainly wouldn't do for the Inquisition to appear overly shabby.
The mages are showing great trust in you. Corypheus simply cut them down. So much screaming after that first blast of fire. So many people turned to ash.
Corypheus will pay when I face him again.
I dearly hope that happens soon. I will now bring diplomatic issues to your attention, and I'm more than happy to help with any situation.
I'm loath to part from such pleasant company. Would you care to walk the castle with me?
Oh, well, a tour then? Well, let me fetch the steward.
That isn't precisely what I was hoping for.
Well, do let me know if you change your mind. Now I must find someone to prepare the guest quarters.
Oh, vale, ya descubrí dónde está el consejo. Pues sí, está muy escondido en comparación del refugio pasado. Y como verán, pues ya tenemos bastantes misiones acá disponibles.
Excavation is slow, as you can imagine. Inquisitor.
Inquisitor.
Bueno, pues comenzaremos con eso.
Can you arrange what we discussed earlier, Ambassador?
I found the money. The Inquisition will compensate the families of those we lost at Haven.
Thank you.
Ojos crueles, corazones crueles. Un asesino acecha a la emperatriz. La muerte de Selene sumirá a Orlais en el caos. Bueno, esta misión la voy a hacer un poco más adelante. Ahorita primero me interesa explorar un poco más el castillo. Incluso pues podemos acá, por ejemplo, acá estos contactos. Vamos a liberarlo. Tenemos puntos de poder de sobra. Zona desbloqueada. Ya después la estaremos visitando. Vamos a liberar esta otra. Nueva zona desbloqueada. También luego la estaremos visitando. Y aquí hay otra. Que también pues ya después estaremos visitando. Bueno, más que nada parece que del otro lado es donde ahorita estamos descubriendo nuevas zonas. De este lado pues como tal no hay nada nuevo que descubrir. Pues bueno, vamos a proseguir más adelante.
This place. So much room for whatever was here.
Inquisitor.
I'm interested in what...
Vale, algo está cargando. Qué raro. La cólera del cielo. Ok, ¿a dónde nos dirigimos?
Why here?
Haven is familiar. It will always be important to you.
We talked about that already.
I sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
I'm glad someone was watching over me.
You were a mystery. You still are. I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
Cassandra's like that with everyone.
Yes. You were never going to wake up? How could you? A mortal sent physically through the Fade. I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
The breach threatened the whole world. Where did you plan to go?
Someplace far away, where I might research a way to repair the breach before its effects reached me. I never said it was a good plan. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them. I watched the rifts expand and grow, resigned myself to flee, and then... It seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
For all our sakes, I'm pleased that you stuck around.
As am I. You have fractured rules of man and nature, and you will shatter more before you are done. Visiting me here, even as a mage, it should not have been so easy for you.
What do you mean?
Where do you think we were?
This isn't real.
That's a matter of debate. Probably best discussed after you wake up.
They have certainly spared no expense.
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment, where you will sit in judgment.
Who will I be judging, exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least. All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Still more lives in my hands.
You are a beacon of law, Inquisitor, as others retreat from responsibility. But this needn't be bloody. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you. This was a surprise. After you return from the bogs, we discovered this man attacking the building with a goat. Chief Movran the Under. He feels slighted by the killing of his Avar tribesmen, who repeatedly attacked you first. What should we do with him? Where should he go?
You answered the death of your clan with a goat?
A courtroom? Unnecessary. You killed my idiot son, and I answered, as is my custom, by smacking your holdings with goat's blood.
Don't look at me.
No foul. He meant to murder Tevinters, but got feisty with your Inquisition. A red-headed mother guarantees a brat. Do as you've earned, Inquisitor. My clan yields. My remaining boys have brains still in their heads.
I don't know. He could go in that... what's it called? A gibbet? Chief Movran. He'll be placed in a gibbet to serve as an example to... someone. Then, probably released.
Gibbet? Gibbet? Gibbet?
You recall Gerion Alexius of Tevinter. Ferelden has given him to us as an acknowledgement of your aid. The formal charges are apostasy, attempted enslavement, and attempted assassination, on your own life, no less. Tevinter has disowned and stripped him of his rank. You may judge the former Magister as you see fit.
I remember what would have happened to Thedas if his treachery had succeeded.
I couldn't save my son. Do you think my fate matters to me?
Will you offer nothing more in your defense?
You've won nothing. The people you saved, the acclaim you've gathered. You'll lose it all in the storm to come. Render your judgment, Inquisitor.
You swore to the mages you'd help them. I will have you uphold that promise. Fiona will take charge of you. Any knowledge, favor, or coin you own will go toward the mage's future.
A headsman would have been kinder.
We can't fight a god.
The Elder thing's not a god. He's darkspawn. The Maker's no darkspawn.
But they say that's why he cut the sky. To claim the throne.
Telling me creatures fight like owls?
Sleep well?
I've never done anything like...
But I am reasonably certain we are awake now. And if you wish to Cassandra and Varric seem more... I claim no secret wisdom.
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
I was distracted, that's all.
Distracted? By my wit and charm? I have plenty of both.
How interesting to find someone so aware of his strengths.
I'm a man of many talents. What can I say? I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters, a dark spawn.
Clearly the Imperium has no idea.
But no. It was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Last I checked, the Blight